Aloha, this is Pete Jalbert from the Maui Real Estate Team, checking in with my outlook for the Haiku Maui real estate market for the second half of 2013. Haiku has seen pretty healthy activity over the last 12 months. Increased buyer demand that started in the second half of 2012 continued through the first half of this year. Haiku is mirroring trends that we're seeing overall around the island. That being said, I think the Haiku market may see a little bit of a slowdown during the second half of the year. I say that for two reasons. The first is due to the bump in interest rates. The interest rate increase we've seen over the last 2 months has taken some of the steam out of buyers. There's still demand, but the combination of strong appreciation and higher interest rates appears to be slowing the frenzy. We were talking to a title and escrow company this morning, and they were indicating that they were seeing fewer properties going into escrow around the state. So this isn't an isolated phenomenon, particular to Haiku. The second reason is inventory. Buyer demand for homes is still strongest at the entry level of the market. Haiku is sorely lacking in that price range. There is not a single active home listing under $500,000 in Haiku at this time. Not one. I don't see a lot of relief coming either, as the pool of homes under $500,000 is pretty limited. With more acreage properties in the community, the $500,000 and under homes are going to come from the limited pool of homes on smaller lots. The market between $500,000 and $1 million has a little more inventory to offer, but is still limited due to the number of potential sellers who don't have enough equity to come to market. This may change with additional price appreciation. The Haiku high-end home market has by far the greatest selection of properties for sale, but it lacks the demand. I think it'll be interesting to watch the high end of the market in Haiku during the second half of the year. Hawaii economists like Paul Brubaker are thinking we may see some increased interest in the high end, but it's a question of when that might occur. As it stands, Haiku has more amenities than ever to offer high-end buyers with some great new restaurants and a revamped Haiku fitness center. Perhaps those amenities will help lure some high-end buyers. As it stands, we're going to see more interested buyers and less supply before we see any, we're going to need to see more interested buyers and less supply before we see any real price appreciation in the market over $1 million. I think land sales will likely increase during the second half of 2013 in Haiku. There were 15 or 16 lots alone that went under contract in May as part of a new subdivision offering. The close of those lots will significantly boost sales numbers in the second half of the year. It will be interesting to see what type of interest we see in land beyond that subdivision. Land sales tend to be a little less interest rate driven. The high end of the Haiku land market will also be interesting to watch. There are going to be some pretty compelling high-end lots coming on the market on the ocean side of Hana Highway through Alexander and Baldwin. These are pretty unique offerings that should get good interest despite a lot of existing $1 million plus inventory. As for pricing, I think we'll continue to see some upward price pressure on the lower price ranges of the land market where there is less inventory. That being said, I think we'll see a slower rate of appreciation. That about wraps up this market update. Let us know if you have any questions on the Haiku real estate market. The Maui Real Estate Team would be happy to be of assistance. Aloha.